Yes. So how did it happen? I finished my NYC. I was serving in Abuja then at National Assembly. So before I finished my service, I've been looking at it. What will I do? You know how uh, corpers then we start anticipating where will I work, what will I do, blah 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 blah. Though I've always had it in mind to start up a business in the area of computer because I studied computer science actually. So while thinking about that, I I practically knew nothing about business, but I had the desire to run a business, you know, to start up a website, web design company, basically to help people uh, work on their website and use their website to drive sales. Even though if I didn't get a deep understanding about how that works, but I know I could build, uh, I could write a couple of codes to build websites. So I just thought if I stand on my own and start a business, I could possibly make a living. That was just the basic thing I had in mind. And so at the end of this little talk, I want to say I'm going to give you access to the business plan I used then to get this exact amount. I'm going to give you the business model canvas I used, and I'm going to give you an automated financial template that was screened by banks in Nigeria and they certified it before they gave me the loan, right? So if that can work for my business, all you need to do is customize it for your business and boom, it works, right? So, but at the end of this talk, I'll just give you access to those materials. So all you need to do is download it and customize it to your business. So I stumbled on CBN started an intervention. CBN always want entrepreneurs to start up something that will help boost the GDP of the country. You know, we are the ones, or SMEs, we are the ones that the government need in order to be effective enough, in order to have, what do they call it now? In order to have national stability. So the point is, you are so important to the government as you think. You may not even think you are that important, but they need us all to come up with ideas, that will be a solution to uh, national issues. So CBN started I was just surfing the net and I stumbled on a CBN intervention. They call it a Young Entrepreneurship Development Program. So you know how you think when you're in Nigeria, these people they've started again. If you don't know anybody, you may not be able to access these things. So I just decided to give it a try. Let me give it a shot. But I log on to the portal, and the first thing they will ask is your business idea. This suggests that before you can even think about approaching for either a grant or a loan, you must have a business idea. So there's no idea that is a waste. You know, some people have these business ideas, but they don't know how to bring it together and summarize it in a way that it will make sense to somebody within the first 1 minute. That may be the reason why some people were not chosen then. Because they gave us like 250 words. In 250 words, tell us what you want to do. So at that point, they had to drop some people off because some people don't know how to articulate. They know the business, but they don't know how to articulate, you know, their idea. They don't know how to, because when you submit to a portal, there's another person on the other side. You won't be there to be able to defend what you've written. So you must be able to write something that is comprehensive enough that the other person at the other portal can look through it in your absence and still understand. So I think that was the first stage. I put in the idea because it's something that has been burning in my heart for a while. So when I had the opportunity to just write it down, I was able to coin it out well. To say, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. And if I'm able to do this, this is the effect on my personality, this is the effect on my family, and this is the effect on the country at large. You know, it's just a system of give them what they need and they give you what you need. So I was able to scale through that. Thereafter, it was a federation thing all around Nigeria. So we had a lot of people applying from all over the 36 states, including FCT. So what there were stages, and they started, dropping people off each stage, allowing people to move to the next stage. So good enough, I was chosen. I just got a mail, blah 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 blah. You have been chosen. There will be another stage. And we started this stage. This thing I'm talking about lasted for like almost 6 months. You know how tedious getting a loan from CBN through banks in Nigeria could be. Could be, especially when you are not a big boy, or your business is not producing the needed result yet. You are just an SME that is trying to sustain yourself and contribute to the economy. So I think after several screening, the screening went on till we became, I think, 1,500. Yeah, we later became 1,500. I was chosen from 1,500. I think we were screened to like 500 in Lagos. So we were invited to for training. So they said, okay, we should come. We would have a training, I think, for a week, if I'm not mistaken. So at this training, they are going to now teach us. Okay, we've got your idea, right? But we need to teach you how to put it in a proper shape. Because before any money can be issued out, you must have some things that will tell us that you know exactly um, how to run the business. And the only language these guys understand in the bank is the business model, your business model Canva, and your financial plan. If you match these three things together, they will form your business plan. So once you can write a business plan that convince them that there will be cash flow and you can make this money back, you get your money without doubt. So they hosted us for like a week. We were having training on how to come up with a business model, how to identify marketing plans, and what have you. So it was written that after this training, I said we were like 500. We're still going to submit. We're now going to come up with a comprehensive business plan and submit it. And there will be another screening at that point. So it was like mad competition. We started the whole process again. We're competing for this money, and it was like a competition. It got to the stage I was like, is this a loan or grant? Or I don't understand. But then, because I had a passion, it was interesting, and I was following up. So we started the business plan writing, and I had to meet a lot of people in bank, did a lot of research, told people I must qualify, even if they are going to choose one person, I must be that one person, because this was what I always wanted to do. I didn't have a job then now. So it's either I get this to start a business, or I go back to the labor market to start looking for a job. So I have to put in all my passion. So within this period, while I was suffering about, I was able to meet someone that helped me, and several, I stumbled on a template that I also bought online. This, trust me, I could write about my business, I could write every other aspect, but when it comes to financial, wow. Because I did study accounting, so it's always like people that study accounting, they're the ones that know more about the financial. The financial gave me a whole lot of stress. I don't just want to see that table. I don't want to. I don't want to calculate. I don't want to. I don't want anything that relates to one figure is come. I like figures. Like if you put X amount of money, you get this amount of money. Yes, I can play around with those figures. But when it now comes to calculate your uh, man, it was like, man, sensitivity analysis, financial projection for the next 6 months. Like, this looks. How do you want me to know? Am I supposed to just be fixing figures? I never knew there is actually a way you calculate those things. So I stumbled on the template online that I got that helped me. Like this was just like a plug and play template. That's for the financial aspect. I just fix in my figure and he tabulates it for me, and I get, oh my god, It's actually done with an Excel, and you'll be amazed how this made my work so simple. You fix in the figures, pam, 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 it tabulates for you over a period of 6 months or 3 years, depending on what you want. I did a 3 year business plan because the period of the tenure of the intervention was 3 years. So I did a 3 year financial projection. So this software helped me to, in fact, just took away a lot of. This was when I started falling in love with the tables, figures, and numbers. Right. So we applied, and we thought that was all. After the 500, we reduced to like in fact, it got to a stage a lot of people pulled out because we had a group mail that we chat, we discuss. At the end of the day, a lot of people were pulling out from different parts of the. In fact, in Lagos, I was only able to identify five of us. As much as we were trying to just connect, I only identified five of us that qualified finally, right? So it got to a stage we had to meet one on one. I went to the bank one on one where I was at the conference center, you know, got these bank guys that sat down to ask me questions, they just wanted to be sure, this business, you have the team that is on ground. So some of the things they looked through, they tried to figure out was number one, they checked my business plan, right? The executive summary. I should give them the executive summary. Now, the funny thing about this whole thing is the executive summary starts a business plan. But when writing a business plan, the executive summary is what you write last. Is a top secret I learned while I was trying to put up my business plan. The executive summary is what you will write last, where it comes first in a business plan. Once I give you the template, you have access to it. You also look through it and understand. Now, business overview. They asked me a lot of questions regarding business overview. Okay, what do you say about this business? How did this idea come into place? Have you tested this idea? How many traction have you got to this idea? Who is implementing this idea presently that is working for? Who is your competitor? What strategy do they have? How do you want to come into the marketplace to compete with them? What is the leverage you have over them? These are questions that you can only answer if you are passionate and if you know much about the business. They took me to marketing plan. What marketing plan do you have in place? What do you want to achieve with this marketing plan? What is the duration? What method do you want to use? And I was giving it to them back to back simply because I had a template that helped me structure all these there. And of course, they can't ask me any question outside the business plan. So I had to understudy the business plan, answer all the questions I needed to answer, then the expertise I needed. Of course, I already had an experience and I could answer some of those questions. They came to operational plan. How do I intend to carry out these activities? How do I intend to get it to the customers? What are my modus operandi, my sales funnel from beginning to end? They ask these questions. Now, the management plan, they ask if I had a team. What if I got, what is my limit? How many websites can I do in a month? If I get an overflow, what are my plans? Do I have a team? Then they got to financial. This financial I've already been scared of. They got to the financial and they started asking me, what are the figure? This template helped me so well that I was able to give those figures to them as they were asking. Because all I needed to do was now fixing the figures in the template, and I started now to study, you know, what the returns will look like if I get a stable XYZ way for a period of time. So it was quite helpful. I was able to, give them, and they want numbers. They want numbers. So when we got to the number stage, I was able to give them the numbers, as projected, uh, in my business plan. And the last part was we were talking about business risks and mitigate. If all chips are down, how do you intend to mitigate risk? You know. So before we know what was happening, I got the After the whole screening at the bank, I left again. After a month, they told me they have approved my uh, intervention, and we started a lot of process of documentation. Know what you need to do. You did a lot of documentation. My guarantor, you know, my collateral. Collateral in this case was my certificate, my NMSC certificate, and my school certificate. A lot of processes, and at the end of the day, boom, I got the money that I used to start my business. So, as much as now, a brief of all these things is as much as getting an intervention is a bit tedious, but once you know what these guys want and you can put it in the right shape and table it back to them, trust me, there is no place, there's nothing you want that you won't get. Now, I understand during this period, the government is also releasing some fund for some people to access. But the point is, a lot of people may not be able to access that fund because they don't have the right thing they need to put in place to access the fund. So that's why I'm coming up with this experience and expertise. I have gone through this process. It was quite tedious for me because I didn't have anybody I could call then that had gone through this process that was my age range that would be able to advise me rather than the big shot, the top gun. But then, as you are planning, maybe an entrepreneur, SME, you are looking at trying to get an intervention to drive your business forward. You should you should be able to. I'm just advising. You should be able to put some of these metrics that these guys need, perfect your books and documents, put it in a right business plan, and trust me, you will get it. You get it. So getting it is another aspect. Then the other aspect is follow your business plan. When you work and you get distracted, go back to the business plan. Understand what you wrote there and refocus. It helps a lot. So I want to give an offer right now to just few people that actually want to get a business plan to assess any form of intervention, maybe a loan, a grant. You know, mine was with the Apex body, which was CBN, and it was even through a bank in Nigeria. So if I hand over the document I used that got me that amount to you to edit, customize to your business style, and also use it to apply. Trust me, that document was edited and approved by the Apex body through the bank, right? So by professionals, they sat down with a lot of scrutiny. So trust me, if I give it to you, I'm not supposed to give you this, although, but yes, we need you. Just like I said earlier, we need you. The government needs you. Everybody needs you to sustain the economy. That is why the government is even trying to issue out this intervention. But then I will give you all these three things: the automated financial plan. I'll give you the business model Canva, business model I used, and the business plan as a whole. So you get it, customize it, and edit it um, to your to your business requirement. So, or I will give it to the first ten people within 24 hours. Just want to reach out to the first 10 people within 24 hours that are ready to start up a business and access a grant. So if you need this financial template, this business model that I used, you just click on the link I have kept below this video and you download it for just a token. Then take it up from there. So I'm sure you would. Then if you have any questions thereafter, you can reach out to me on my channel. I'll be glad to help you and assist you. So take care and have a great day.